Now I'm going to show you some of the features that your students have access to that are very helpful. When your student logs in, remember you can set your class as their homepage. I've already posted a video on how to do that. So this will be the first page that they see. They can click on the message teacher icon and send you a message if they have a question about an assignment or a test, and this message will automatically appear in your Study Island account. You can also receive a notification to your email about this message. Now you can see that I have an assignment, I have a fractions test, and I have a writing assignment as well. For a student to start an assignment, they simply click on the assignment and they click on Start Studying. And now they can click on Practice Mode and begin their assignment. I'm going to go back to my main page. To start a test, you click on the test, and it automatically takes you into the test. You will notice that there are highlighters because we enabled highlighters on this test. There's also a scratch pad, so if a student wants to be able to solve answers via the scratch pad, they can draw and erase. It's important to show students this functionality so that they know that they have that ability in the test. You may also want your students to have a pencil and paper next to their computer if they prefer to solve problems that way. There's also an increased text size and decreased text size option. Here it shows me the number of questions that I've answered. I haven't answered any. When the student is done with the test, they simply turn in the test. Or if they're not finished, they can come back later and click Save for Later. I'm back at the teacher homepage. I'm going to click on my test writing assignment. You can see that the writing prompt automatically appears up at the top. It's very similar to Microsoft Word. I can begin typing here. I can change my font size, bold, italic, underline. Be sure to show students that they can also view a graphic organizer if they choose by clicking on View Graphic Organizer. Students can print this and work with their graphic organizer. So if this is a home project, they can print this, and before they even begin writing, they can complete this graphic organizer. Students can also view the rubric and print the rubric by clicking here. You can add your own rubrics here. So that way students know what they're assessed on. When students are finished with their writing assignments, they click Save. And they can also click Turn in Composition if they're completely done and they're ready to have it graded. Over here, students click Exit to exit this assignment. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to show you one additional thing. If students want to make this larger, they can click on that icon there. It makes this window larger. Okay. So now I'm going to click Exit, and students are brought back to the main page. So that is what it looks like for a student to complete a test, an assignment, and a writing assignment. Now I'm going to show you the reports that students have access to. Students can click on their reports and see their individual subject report, so they can monitor how they're doing. They can also see the number of blue ribbons that they've earned, and even compare themselves to state standards or how well the state is doing. Next, students have access to the writing portfolio down here. It shows that I haven't turned in this writing assignment, but when I complete writing assignments, they're automatically put into my portfolio. So students can see how much they've progressed throughout the year. And finally, I wanted to show you the High Scores tab. When students click on the High Scores, it shows state and school tables for high scores in particular subjects. You can enable this or disable this, but this may be a great motivational tool for your students.